everyone, it's Meg, and today I am finally going to be doing a bookshelf tour for you guys. I have been meaning to do a bookshelf tour for forever and I'm finally getting around to it. I don't know why it's taken me so long, mainly for the factor of how long it's going to take me to film and to edit, but you know, I'm sure it'll be worth it. So obviously bookshelf tours are a lot of fun and I do love watching them, and I love my bookshelf so much. It's just so fun to, you know, decorate it and all that sort of thing. So just a note for you guys, I do not know where my bookshelf is from. We got it a very long time ago, a good couple of years ago, maybe like 7 years ago, 6-7 years ago. So it was probably from a local furniture shop. Got there eventually, and I have 182 books altogether. That includes all of my books from my childhood, like my children's books. It doesn't quite include all of them because not all of them are currently on my bookshelf, but that is currently what is on my bookshelf. So yeah, I love my little bookshelf very much and I'm so excited to finally be doing this video for you guys. And I will go through kind of how I organise my books and all that sort of thing throughout the video whilst I'm filming my book tour, as I do have a bit of a organisation process, I guess you could say. So yeah, I'm so glad that I'm finally filming this video, so without further ado, let's get into the video. So on my first shelf, the first half of my bookshelf is all my poetry books, and then the second half of this shelf goes into standalone young adult books and fantasy. The Ring of Words, which is edited by Roger McGough. The Nation's Favourite Poems, with a foreword by Griff Rhys-Jones. Staying Alive, Real Poems for Real Times, edited by Neil Astley. How to Be a Poet by Joe Bell and Jane Kemain, and The 52 Project by Joe Bell. Getting into Poetry by Paul Hayland, Inside the Wave by Helen Dunmore, Skirrid Hill by Owen Shears, Sunshine by Melissa Lee Houghton, Wild Embers by Nikita Gill, Every Word You Cannot Say by Ian S. Thomas, Poetry Please with a foreword by Roger McGough, A Poet's Guide to Britain, which is edited by Owen Shears, Selected Poems by Rummy, which is a Penguins Classic edition, Running Upon the Wires and Hold Your Own by Kate Tempest, Answering Back, Living Poets Reply to Poetry of the Past, which is edited by Carol Ann Duffy, An Introduction to English Poetry by James Fenton, Grain by Joan Glenday, Dog Songs, Blue Horses and 1,000 Mornings by Mary Oliver, Milk and Honey by Rupi Kaur, and then I have two collections by Emily Dickinson. I have an Evermen's poetry collection and the Barnes & Noble's Selected Poems collection. Then I have a collection of John Betjeman's poems, a collection of poems by John Keats, and finally in this poetry section I have two Penguin Little Black Book classics, and I have Letters to a Young Poet by Rainier Maria Rilke, which I probably pronounced really badly, and O Fraptious Day by Lewis Carroll. Now we are moving on to my YA standalones and fantasy. First up we have The Poet X by Elizabeth Azevedo, Counting by Sevens by Holly Goldberg Sloan, The Secret Diary of Lizzie Bennet by Bernie Sue and Kate Rorick, I Capture the Castle by Dodie Smith, Let It Snow by John Green, Maureen Johnson and Lauren Miracle. I think that is how you say her name, maybe, probably butchered it. I Have Lost My Way by Gail Foreman, The Paper and Heart Society by Lucy Powery, The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslie Walton, A Sky Painted Gold and Under a Dancing Star by Laura Wood, Heartless by Marissa Meyer, Caraval by Stephanie Garber, and Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children by Ransom Riggs. On my second shelf I have all of my LGBTQ+ books and mental health books. So starting off with some little knickknacks that I have this candle which is in the shape of an owl and smells like orange blossom and is wonderful. Then I just have my album of Rainbow by Kesha, which is always there, it's always in the backgrounds of my videos if you guys ever look closely in the back. And then as you can see I just have some gemstones all along here which are very pretty and I just think they're a really nice touch to my bookshelves. First up we have Heartstopper Volume 1 and 2 by Alice Oseman, The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee, Final Draft by Riley Redgate, Luna by Julie Ann Peters, 10 Things I Can See From Here by Carrie Mack, Aristotle and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe, and The Inexplicable Logic of My Life by Benjamin O'Leary Sarnes. A Quick and Easy Guide to Queer and Trans Identities by Maddie G and J.R. Zuckerberg. Simon vs. the Homo Sapiens Agenda, The Upside of Unrequited, and Leah on the Offbeat by Becky Albertalli. Radio Silence and I Was Born for This by Alice Oseman. The Art of Being Normal by Sarah Williamson. Will Grayson by John Green and David Leyuthan. I don't know how to say his last name, I'm really sorry. I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson. Are We All Lemons and Snowflakes by Holly Bourne. All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven. The Astonishing Colour of After by Emily XR Pan. Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Eliza and Her Monsters by Francesca Zappia. The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli in the hardback edition. And Turtles All the Way Down by John Green. On my third shelf I have my adult books and my classics collection. So the little things that I have on my shelf here, I have 3 of these. I have the Funko Pop dolls from Alice in Wonderland, so I have McTwisp, I have Alice, and I have the Mad Hatter. First up, we have Eleanor Oliphant is Completely Fine by Gail Honeyman in the hardback and paperback edition. Daisy Jones and the Six by Taylor Jenkins Reid. This is the UK Waterstones exclusive edition. Where Rainbows End by Cecilia Ahern. Where the Light Gets In by Lucy Dillon. When God Was a Rabbit, A Year of Marvellous Ways, and Tin Man by Sarah Winman. Longborn by Joe Baker. The Little Prince by the name of an author that I'm not going to pronounce because I'm absolutely going to butcher it. The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. Don't know if that's right, probably butchered that name again. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass by Lewis Carroll. This is the Macmillan 150th Anniversary Edition. Cider with Rosie by Laurie Lee. Before Green Gables by Budge Wilson. The Anne of Green Gables series by Ella M. Montgomery. I have Anne of Green Gables, which is in a Puffin 100th Anniversary Edition. Anne of Avonlea, Anne of the Island and Anne's House of Dreams are an Aladdin edition, I believe. And the Anne of Windy Willow's book is a Virago, I think, Classics edition. I believe that is what it is. Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice and Emma by Jane Austen. And these are the Penguin Red Classics, I believe. As I Walked Out One Midsummer Morning by Laurie Lee. Wuthering Heights by Emily Bronte in the Wordsworth Classics edition. Persuasion by Jane Austen, which is also in the Wordsworth Classics edition. Northanger Abbey and Mansfield Park by Jane Austen, which are in the Everman edition. I don't know how well you can get hold of these, but I found them in a charity shop, so I believe they are the Everman editions. An extremely battered copy of Sense and Sensibility by Jane Austen, which is in the cloth-bound edition that I'm very sad that is ruined because I spilt water on it. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland by Lewis Carroll, and a collection of Jane Austen's novels, which are Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Emma and Northanger Abbey. And my friend got me this from Costco, so I don't know what sort of edition it is, but it is the Costco edition. On the fourth shelf we have a mixture of series and non-fiction books. So on this shelf I have this mug which is shaped like a caravan, and I have all of my bookmarks and some bookish pins that I have yet somewhere to put. I also have this beautiful shell which my grandma got me when she went to New Zealand. And I also have another little figurine, this time of the Cheshire Cat. First up I have the Spencer trilogy by Holly Bourne, which consists of Am I Normal Yet?, How Hard Can Love Be and What's a Girl Gotta Do. The Gallagher Girls series by Ali Carter, which consists of I'd Tell You I Love You But Then I'd Have to Kill You, Cross My Heart and Hope to Spy, Don't Judge a Girl by Her Cover, Only the Good Spy Young, Out of Sight, Out of Time and United We Spy. The first and second book in the Heist trilogy by Ali Carter, which consists of High Society and Uncommon Criminals. The Raven Boys and the Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, which is part of the Raven Cycle series. To All the Boys I've Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Harm, which are the first two books in the To All the Boys I Loved Before trilogy. the Summer Item Pretty series by Jenny Han, which consists of the Summer Item Pretty, It's Not Summer Without You, and We'll Always Have Summer. Now moving into non-fiction, I have The Million Dollar Dog Brand by J. Nicole Smith, The Anxiety Solution by Chloe Brotheridge, Eat, Pray, Love and Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert, Wild by Cheryl Strayed, Whispering Back by Nicole Golding and Adam Goodfellow, Pippa Funnel, the autobiography, Stable Lass by Gemma Hogg, Mary King, the autobiography, Carl Hester, Making It Happen, the autobiography, and lastly, Vallegro Champion Horse, a biography by Carl Hester with a foreword by Zara Phillips. Finally, we are onto the last shelf, and this is basically my TBR shelf, excluding most of the series, classics and poetry collections. So some items that I have on my shelf here is this Kodak film camera that was my great-great-granddad's, I believe. I also have an Instax Mini 8 camera, and as you can see here I have my BookBox Club box, which I have kept from my very first subscription. First up we have Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and Faith Erin Hicks, Summer Days and Summer Nights, 12 Summer Romance Stories, which is edited by Stephanie Perkins, Death Comes to Pemberley by P.D. James, With the Fire on High by Elizabeth Azevedo, The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson, Holding Up the Universe by Jennifer Niven, Pocket RuPaul Wisdom, Witty Quotes and Wise Words from a Drag Superstar, Heartstream by Tom Pollock, Children of Blood and Bone by Tomi Adeyemi, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, A Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab, Strange the Dreamer and Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. Sorry, I know this is a bit close up and a bit awkward. But finally, we have Legendary and Finale by Stephanie Garber, which are the second and third book in the Caraval trilogy. So there you have it, guys. That is my first ever bookshelf tour. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. It has taken quite a while to film, and I know it is going to take quite a good while to edit, but it will be worth it, and I hope you guys really enjoy it. As I said, these are just such wonderful videos to watch, even though they are a lot of hard work, as I love beautiful bookshelves and just any bookshelves in general. It is so interesting to see what sort of books people have and what they love and how they like to display their books on their bookshelves. I just find it so interesting, and also I can draw a lot. You can draw a lot of inspiration for that for your own bookshelves. If you like this video, then please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more bookish videos from me, then make sure you hit that subscribe button and little bell icon so you'll be noted every time I post a new video. As always, I will leave links to my social media along with the links to my blog and my Goodreads in the description down below for you guys. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again very soon.